Hello friends, today Stable Diffusion 3 is launched, and from the Hugging face you can download the Stable Diffusion 3 version medium. Okay, and please note this is the medium version, it's not the full version. If you go to the files and version, here you can see three different checkpoints. The first checkpoint is about 4 GB and it's only Stable Diffusion 3 without text encoder. The second one is include the clip text encoder, clip G and clip L, same as SDXL. And the third version, that is about 11 GB, is including clip L, clip G, and also T5XX. That actually, this is the feature of SD3. Also, if you want, for example, you can download the SD3 medium version. After that, you should go to the text encoder folder and download the clip G, clip L, and one version of T5XXL. Okay, so now I have downloaded the medium, include clip, and T5XXL. Also, if you go to the Comfy example workflow, you can find three different workflow that I can show you because already I have downloaded them, and just I have to drag them inside my ComfyUI. Okay, the first version is the basic. Okay, this workflow is provided by Stability AI. Here you can see they are using a simple checkpoint loader, and after that they are using a triple clip loader. Actually, this solution is good only when you have downloaded the clips separately. So if you have downloaded the checkpoint including the clip and T5XXL, you can delete this node and directly connect the clip to your text encoders. So this is the first. And also you can see a node with the name of model sampling SD3. That I figure out also you can use it without this node, and actually it's not necessary. So also here from the negative output, here you can see a conditioning 0 out. It will delete all your negative prompt, but it will be active after 10% of the processing will be a start, and it will stay deactive during the processing. So in this workflow, negative prompt only work at the first 10% of the processing, and also I figure out that it's not something necessary. And here we have a simple case sampler, and if I select my checkpoint, here you can see that it is a start to working. Okay, so because it's about 2 or 3 hours that I am trying to test and work with SDXL, during these hours I figured out that the quality is better, but actually it was not something surprising, and I was waiting for something better. But if I want to be honest, it can work very faster than SDXL, and actually the quality, if I want to compare the quality also is better than SDXL, and also the speed is better in processing, but it's not something perfect, and you cannot compare that with Midjourney or some other great image generators. But maybe it's related that we are working with medium version. Okay, by the way, this is the first workflow that you can work with. The second workflow was working with multi-prompt. So here in the text encoder, you can see that you have 3 different parts. Exactly same as SDXL. In SDXL, we had 2 different parts. The first part was processed with clip G. After that, we had clip L. This is exactly same. And the last one is will be processed with T5XXL. And actually, T5XXL is the revolution, because it can understand better that what are you talking about in your comment, and it can make better tokens for your generating image. So here still we have this, and it's all. In the second workflow, in the third workflow, still we have the text encoders, and also they used Ultimate SD Upscale for upscaling image. So you can see that they are using denoise with about 0.15, so it can show that it can work good with image to image generating. So because now there is not any control net, let me load my checkpoint. Okay, clip to clip, and press the Q. So it's trying at first step, it's trying to generate image, and after that it's trying to do the upscaling. So actually on my computer, easily I can see that it's working faster than SDXL. So maybe I can use SD3 for some upscaling method or some image to image at this moment, because actually I'm not using text to image, and most of the time only I'm working with control net for manipulating and editing my images. So this is the final image, and actually the quality is not very bad. Also, if you go to the ComfyUI page in GitHub, let me open that in from the GitHub. Oops. ComfyUI. Okay, this is the page of the ComfyUI. And from here, if you go to the ComfyUI example, after that you can find SD3. And if you go there, you can find 2 different workflow. This is the first workflow that is designed for using Stable Diffusion model that include text encoder. Let me show you. Just you can drag the PNG file inside the ComfyUI and release it. So here you can see there is not anything between the model and K-sampler, and also there is not anything for controlling the negative prompt. So this is the reason that I figure out it's not very necessary to use them. And it's very, very simple. Actually, it's completely a default workflow that can easily work with SD3. So it's interesting. And if you load the next workflow, this one is designed. Let me load that. Okay, just you can drag the PNG file into the ComfyUI. You can see that it's trying to use the medium version of the checkpoint, and because the medium version does not have any information for text encoding, it's using another node for loading the downloaded clip file. So it's dependent to you if you want to download the clip file separately from the Hugging page, Hugging Face. You can go to text encoders and download these files. So it's completely related to you. And if I want to show you the quality, Let me drag the first workflow inside the ComfyUI and press the Q. So it's trying to load the checkpoint and okay. Also, if I want to check my GPU, here I can see that it is using high amount of VRAM on my computer. And let me unload the model. I'm not sure, maybe yes, and now I'm sure because it was on 14 gigabyte and after that it went to 3.3. So maybe this is the reason that they have separated the clip text encoder and also the diffusion model. So maybe if you have low VRAM, you can use the separated model techniques because actually it's using high amount of VRAM. Okay, okay, the image is generated, and if I want to test some image to image technique, now I can do that. For example, if I copy the result and add the node for load image, paste clip space, with VAE encode, I can send the latent to the sampler. And let me change my prompt. Yes, dear Alex. Also, I was disappointed, but I think for image to image and some other techniques, maybe at this moment it can be fine for me because it's working fast. Okay, so in my prompt, let me write something about flower in garden. So I'm sending the image and pressing the Q. Okay, the flower is centered. And actually this image is very fine. So let me decrease the denoise. And again, start the processing. So you can see, for example, with denoise of 0.8, about that. Actually, it was understand to analyze, and it figured out that, for example, it is a bottle, okay, because it kept the element. So this, for example, these are some cabinets, this is some wood material, and if I do this test in SDXL with this denoise amount, actually it cannot understand that what is the input image. So I think maybe also it can understand and it can get better information for image to image. So maybe it can be useful. But for example, if you combine the tile control net with SD 1.5, you can get maybe better result. By the way, I want to test and I want to play that, how it's working. Yes, she's good at text, but actually if you use the Ella extension with SD 1.5, also I think the text in Ella could be better than SD3. Okay, by the way, let me do some more tests. Decrease the denoising amount. So let me place them side by side and close this window. Okay, so you can see that between my input image and the generated image with high denoising amount, I think still there is a good consistency. Yes, exactly, Ella, ELLA. It's a great extension for SD 1.5. This is the page, Ella Diffusion. Let me paste it in the chat so you can use that. Just I have to figure out that how can I access to the chat. Okay. Yes, and it's a great extension for SD 1.5. Okay, let me back and continue to do some testing. So if I go with something about 0.3, okay, this is denoising with about 0.3, and my prompt was about the flower, so it's trying to convert the universe to a flower. So maybe this feature could be interesting for using in workflows. And also don't forget that it was working very fast for upscaling. So now let me do some in-painting test. Okay. Okay. So let me start in painting, search for in-paint model conditioning, connect the image and open in mask editor. For example, let me select this area and connect the mask. But before connecting the mask, let me add another node for grow and add some blurriness. Okay, now let me set them to 0. And also let me add a preview node. Okay, connect it here. Connect the VAE. Connect the positive to positive and negative to negative. Positive to positive, negative to negative, and latent to latent. And here just fire on table. Let me change the prompt and start the processing. I can increase the denoising amount, and after that I can see how it works. Okay, it can process the masked area, and already it understands how to keep the background So because actually it's not in painted version, but you know that in ComfyUI you can use any checkpoint also for in-painting. And actually I like the area, the background area, because it was able to analyze and keep the background also. Now let me check that is it able to use also differential diffusion. So for testing that, I have to add some blur to the mask. Oops, I think it's a lot. Okay, it could be fine. And I have to use differential diffusion. So differential diffusion, and let me see that is it working or no. Okay, and start processing. Okay. Oh, okay, fine. Also, it can work with differential diffusion. That is interesting for making some better in painting. Okay. Actually, the quality is not very bad, and it could be useful. So we can use that for in painting and also text generating. At this moment there is not anything for, there is not any control net, or there is not any IP adapter, so we have to wait for them, but now it's able to use that for this technique. So let me do another test. This is my master workflow for doing any in painting or out painting. Let me see that is it possible to remove the chair from the scene. I have to active the llama. Actually this part is not dependent to SD3, just I want to see that is it possible for SD3 to do some cleanup in high quality or no. Okay, I am waiting because in this workflow I defined the mask by hand. After that, this is a node that can analyze my mask and detail that. So it's the area that it detects. I think I have to grow my mask and do another analyzing. Check another seed number. This node is coming from ComfyUI+inpaint node. Okay, it's not very bad. Also, let me check the big llama. Okay, big llama is better, but I have some problems. So let me see that is it possible to analyze this image with SD3 or no. Already here I have loaded the SD3 and I sent the setting to the sampler. and here is my sampler area. So at first let me check the mask. And adjust the noise, and on the prompt let me write wall, floor, room. So let me see that. Is it possible? I think my blurriness is very high but let me check that and make sure. Also here I have the differential diffusion, SD3. Okay. Actually, now the background is better, but not perfect. Decreasing the denoising amount. I think I have to change my blur. Maybe with some adjusting it could be fine for cleaning the background, for removing the object. Let me show you a preview of the picture. Okay, this is the preview of the picture, and after that it's something like this. Okay. Again, it's trying to apply mask detailer. So actually this node is very heavy. Okay. Okay, clip text encode in paint. Actually on the carpet it's fine, but for matching the perspective of the wall it's not working well. Or maybe I have to test some more seed numbers. Or some bigger mask. Not so bad, because actually it was able to understand the color of the floor, carpet, and also the walls. the color is very close, but maybe if we receive the in-painting version, it could be different. And I am not sure that is it able to use the focus with this or not. Let me do a test. I think it should not be possible, but I will do a test. Okay. Connect the model. Connect the patch. Connect the latent and connect the model. It's very fun if it will be able to do the processing, but I think it will not be happen. Yes, because actually this was designed for SDXL and now it is not compatible with SD3. But I am sure that we will receive some great in-painting solution. And I hope it will be better than SDXL or SD1.5, because actually the color tone are very close to the image reference. Okay, so it's all. Now you can use the SD3 for generating image, but actually it's not perfect. But for upscaling image to image or do some in-painting, maybe it could be useful. Yeah, please let me know what is your idea about SD3 medium version. And if you have any comment, please let me know. I will check the comments now. And also maybe you have some idea for testing. So I'm waiting for your comments. Oh, hi Peter, you're here. Actually, your YouTube video was perfect. I checked them. Yes. Alex, okay. Okay, great. So this was SD3 and I hope to get some update for control nets or IP adapter. So hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.